Welcome, I'm Mike Writer, and this week we'll be covering basically the recently started Klingon recruitment event. So this Klingon recruitment event has you doing piled 56 tasks to get pile of rewards. Now, I'm going to make this simple. This is why these up quite quickly into first for battle. Your first step is going to be getting to level 50. That is going to be so easy. You need to get to level 50 to even get started on the specialization points, because after level 50 you'll start earning specialization points, and you'll probably get 14 by level 65. So that's going to be relatively quick. But it'll be easy for you to get those two, but you'll have to level up another 30 times to get up to 45. That is going to be tricky, but not impossible. Well, I will say tricky, but then you're not planning to do this in the week that this event is happening in, because that's showing on here, because I think the Klingon recruitment mission is somewhat bugged at the moment, and it's been disabled for the time being. Yeah, I'm a Klingon recruitment character and it's not showing. So whilst you can, getting leveling up is relatively quick, easy. One of the recommendations I do always say is run as many assignments as you can, and as you can see, I've run this character since Christmas, so you can see I'm picking up a pile of stuff. Now, one of the recommendations, if you can, is to do the marauding ones, and remember to visit your department head and hit first officer. Whilst here on Kronos, it's not particularly good. It's one of the worst places to do this, but anywhere on most places in the galaxy map gives you good rewards, and in my opinion, one of the best things you can do. And the best way to make money in Static Online, in my opinion, is to do marauding at least on your Klingon characters and doing science on your other characters. Now, but that's always a bit of a slow grind. But then there's Admiralty. Admiralty requires you to have as many ships as you can, but you have basically, you can. I can't show it here because I'm level 20 and Admiralty doesn't open to level 52. Also, if you can, run as much recruitment as many of these trainings as you can. But that's for a later thing. Now, as the next thing on this category is Warrior's Blood. You've got to eventually fight 2,500 melee kills. The good news is, if you're somewhat smart about it and using the Klingon battler, which you earn and upgrade during the time you're actually using it, it's very nice to have. Also, you begin to pick up a trait which helps with melee kills anyway, so you might want to carry on doing that. But the thing is, you've just got to be smart and not, if not smart, just busy doing it. Ambush kills, I have done a short video on about it, but for Klingon Recruit I do recommend picking up this engineering officer, which I have done. Her big claim to fame is the trait Superior Infiltrator, and she basically increases your decloak, the ambush time, by 10 seconds. Very, very nice to do extra damage. Or say, get more damage out of you when you're doing damage for ambush. And the ship I've picked, the bird of prey, is this is not the best, is nowhere near ideal, can be set up to do a lot of damage very quickly. And Endeavour missions, whilst it says level 15, it should be level 60 or 65. Basically, this one's a long, tricky one, but I'll explain more details later. But this one's probably going to take the longest one at the best of times, because it takes about 3 months on, and I've worked out that at the best of times it will take 78 days, yes, to do it, and that's working. I also will mention that before I go back to the best bird of prey is somewhat unique. It actually has one of the best traits for cannons, which is on 63, and you can, by the time you hit level 65, everyone can get access to within Barrage, so every time you need it. Then there's slay the enemies of the Empire, and I will mention now, this is where you get this bird of prey from bringing down the house, which is actually a relatively early mission, which is basically doing this basically second mission, actual mission, proper mission. But basically, by the time you get to the end of Valkyrie Return, will have done this if you've paid attention to what the voice mentions. Okay, lead warriors on the Empire. This is another long-term one. Right, so basically, first of all, you need to upgrade this battler on the back of here to level 14. Now, this will require you to get hold of some tech upgrades, ground tech upgrades, but there are rewards from various other. There may be various other stuff, and you can get them from Admiralty as well. And it's quite common to see them. Where am I? There. Then get on Admiralty. Get level 10 in the Klingon Admiralty. Now this could be, and you will get a unique bird of prey Admiralty card. This is going to take a minimum 10 days. If I've read that correctly, but I could be wrong. But that's purely because Admiralty, you'll have to basically but that could be, I could have read that completely wrong, but you do need to have a pile of ships to actually even attempt that one, to get it in that 10 days. But since you've got 90 days if you're going to be playing for 90 days anyway, that's going to be not going to be a problem. And accommodation in marauding. Now, as I mentioned before, I was talking about marauding. You basically have to make sure you do want as many of the stuff in the marauding category as you can that you can't possibly do. I do recommend going around the space to do these. So whilst I can hand over one of these prisoners, that's probably not going to be the best option for a while. Best works for the long term. Only because I've actually done those modding missions in space already. So fight for glory. Now these require TFO completions. Now whilst I am right, random TFOs start at level 50. So you can only get to level 50 before you can. When you hit level 50 is when you can start doing random TFOs, and you have to do 25, 75, and then 150 random queues. Now you could do two. Now personally, I can find that these, depending on how good a pilot you are or good you are in the ground, you could do that in between a few weeks, or up to easily 3 months if you do on average 2 a day easily. Now there are specific rewards for against Romulans. Now most of these are reliant on the queues that, such as Romulan Imperial Minefield, which is mining stabilities, or the Vault Shuttle event. I do recommend either the Romulan Imperial Minefield or mining stabilities, purely because those two are easier to complete, and will pop up on, and easier to get filled up because they are part of the random queue button. So you can just hit random quite a lot of times, and you'll get it over the time. Same with the against humans. So you have Terknor, Counterpoint, and Parhodistation queues. Now I don't have, and that is actually the Parhodistation look, and that one actually features a few things that I really do need to cover with Scarlet, because she did, but still. So, but each of these, but some of these will be ground, some of these are ground, some of these are space. I believe Terknor is the only space one out of these human ones, but they could easily be adding more over time. The Swarm queue, which is 5, and I believe you have to do it. And Swarm is from the Gathering Reputation, which I can't show here, but basically to do 5 of those. And Deeds of Worthy of Song. This is actually some of the easiest of the stuff. That is play every single episode on here, including the ones that Scarlet, because believe it, every one of these missions Scarlet has done on her story character. So basically, I've done the Empire, Warzone, and Vigilance. Vigilance and Vicarious Return. So next is doing the Romulan Mystery for me. That's because I've not really played this character since leaving him after the last mission. I've only been doing is leveling it up a bit. So I do mean that there is a mission. There's a event that happens within the Klingon Civil War that you do need to be aware of. But by the time you've completed A Long Day Remembered, you'll have probably got yourself to level 65 anyway. Because you need to complete the Klingon Civil War. I don't believe it, and you get a unique, for completing every mission, you get a unique kit bonus to yourself and everyone, and you there you have. I mean, I believe that what's not in here. So, but let's say if you are wanting to collect your Klingon recruit bonuses, or if you have another recruitment character, Lieutenant Kwan here on Kronos can help you.
What do you require from Klingon temporal intelligence?
What rewards have you unlocked with my other characters? Requires level 20, which this character now is, and or if you're a Jem'Hadar, you must be 65 plus and have 20 hours played. Purely because you can't force through this one a lot quick easier. And as you can see, I have 90% of the Delta Recruit done. This pure because the Delta Recruitment has got added a pile of stuff over time and some of these I think it only because I haven't actually done these and recheck all these and well, and I think I've already picked up this one, but I could have easily got this. Some of these have got hiccups because I'm not a level 50, 25. I'm not high enough level to pick up the rewards, even though some of the rewards are actually broken. And if you so wish to, you can always re-pick up a bird of prey from him, regardless of which class you're in. Now I'm going to need to switch over to another character to show about endeavours. Welcome to Space Duck, and I'm beginning Admiral Cat. Yes, Cat here is I can now show Admiralty. Now, this is a completed character. She's my oldest character in the game, and she just happens to be here near Space Duck, so I can show off everything that isn't available from for anyone else. First of all, the reminder is that Philip Cray here.
Greetings, how can I assist?
Can pick up anything your Klingon recruit is unlocked. As you can see here, I can, because this character is a level 65 character, I've unlocked everything. Besides this Hercule and the advancement reward there, and a few other things. Those are all because some of those are pure because I don't need to pick them up from this character, or I just didn't think it was appropriate to pick up on this character. Now, Admiralty. Now, I haven't actually got any running boat. Admiralty, as you can see here, is one of the biggest ways to earn stuff in the post 60 level up secret places. So I deliberately mention that you do need to, and you need to pick up as many ships as you can possibly get. I happen to have a lot of event ships and various other stuff, because that's an event ship, and because this is a 10-year-old account. Yes, 10-year-old account. I am able to grab as many ships grab so many ships as I want, and I've also been able to, and I've also thrown a couple of quite a bit of cash over the years. Not as many as others, but still, you can create a party of ships to help you get through it, and if you don't put no bonuses, you can get around it, and that is, believe it or not, one of the pet ships I've purchased. Well, as you can see here, completing one of my recommendations is complete the faction name Tour of Duty. The Tour of Duties do mean something. However, you do need to also earn experience to the faction as well. But I'm going to leave that somewhat later. But now we need to cover endeavours again. I said 90 days. I do mean 90 days. Now, believe it or not, we need to earn about 1 million pet points over time on that Klingon recruit. However, you are limited, believe it or not, to about 11,000 per day, plus 400 per every other day besides weekends, which goes up because it goes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday to do this one, and for everyone they'll be able to do transdimensional tactics. So it's okay. Now, as my character and my person, now believe it or not, every day you get, this timer is set to a real. These two timers are set by the server, so these timers will reset at about. This will reset about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock UTC, and the universals was reset about 1700 or 5 PM UTC, which is basically GMT for anyone who's really interested. Conversions are possible from UTC to your local time. I can't explain to it, but these special endeavours are all randomly picked from a list. In this case, I've got to find one endeavour. One for my cheapest, easiest endeavour is to basically defeat a single dreadnought. Now this is somewhat easy because it's usually the final boss to a mission. However, I've got to fight 2 captain rank enemies according to the tracker on the side here. On the side, I'll need to explain. Now, Admiral Quinn is actually captain rank here, according to this tooltip here. This is not to say he's an admiral, but Linear is actually a ensign. The same with Ensign Ruak. And Lieutenant, I think, is it Lieutenant Lesser? Is around here. Also might be a. I'm not sure if she's a lieutenant or an ensign, but she's a ensign. But she's commander as a. Well, she's dressed as an ensign, but she's actually got a commander in kind of the game. So that's a bit weird, but it's usually the boss, and this fella's a captain as well. But the only reason why I'm and same with this lieutenant commander. Just remember, these are just picked up so you've got to fight a tough enemy in this case, or 2 of them. They usually are captains are usually bosses or important people. And finally, falling ships. Now, the best way to do these is to, well, today falling ships are probably the best place to do one of a few TFOs. Most of them are, and basically do the Vault and Snared, Azure Nebula Rescue, or the Crystalline Catastrophe. But Crystalline Catastrophe is not one of the better one. Is not one on the Drawing Random, but you can easily get filled up with the Azure Nebula Rescue or the Vault instead. Both of those are just going to be very easy when you hit random. That's assuming I want to do it on this character, but only because I spent. This is actually my 4th time recording this. But yes, this been Mike Chat Writer, and well, complete the endeavours is going to be the trickiest part, only because you can only get 11,000 per day. But yes, it's been Mike Chat Writer. See you guys next time.